Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Spicy J.
And Spicy Jax.
So we're really happy to be here at Ted Reader BBQ The Joint. Fantastic restaurant out here in Whitby if you're close by Toronto. Ted, thanks for having us. This is, if anybody doesn't know, Chef Ted Reader, who is the godfather of the grill in Canada. Over 20 best-selling cookbooks, rubs, sauces.
We
Barbecue.
just cook a little, man. We just cook
a
a
little
little.
cook.
That's all. That's the stuff I did. I just
That's what you
do.
did.
Like
There
it's
you
all
go.
about what's now.
There you
just
go.
cooking good food
Awesome.
and having fun because there's a pandemic going on. Did you know that? This thing called the COVID, right? You don't want to get the COVID because if you get the COVID, you could die. Yeah, it's a pandemic. So we're staying our 6 feet here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're gonna taste, but we're outside, and I think you got to be outside and barbecue all year long. Inside, not good. Outside, all the time.
Absolutely. I can tell you right now, standing in front of these smokers, we got wings going here. Standing in front of here, the smell is amazing coming off of here. I got the nice sunshine here. We got a nice golf course, all around a golf course here behind us. We got some wings happening here. We got some sauces. So
Well, we're going to taste some stuff. So I'll give you a little overview on the wings if you can see them back there. And here, I'll bring them in like zoom. Does that work? Okay.
That's what they call
Wings.
the
Okay.
boomerang, right? The
That's
boomerang.
it.
Right back at you.
And so we brine all our chicken wings in apple cider, and the apple cider comes from our apple orchard on the golf course
Nice.
between the 3rd and the 8th holes.
Yeah, nice. Makes
And
all the
so-
difference. Yeah, brining your
Brining
chicken.
makes all the difference.
Yeah.
And then we use the same wood from the apple orchard, and we smoke our wings and our chicken breast and our ribs all with apple wood from the property.
Wow.
And we're a small place. We're brisket, burgers, chicken, and bacon.
Yeah.
And we make a killer porchetta. We
Can
got an
attest to that.
awesome fried chicken. This week's specials, the Big Sexy.
Yeah.
So it's crispy fried, chili fried chicken on top of our junkyard slaw, which is sitting on top of a 5-cheese grilled cheese sandwich, drizzled with a smoked cheese sauce, 3 slices of craft beer bacon, and our spicy swingers hot sauce, and a drizzle of Carrick Brothers maple syrup. It's a kind of evil sandwich.
And the kitchen sink on the tail end, right?
Just a touch, some bone dust fries,
I can
and we
attest-
have some fun here. We have some fun here.
I can attest to the porchetta sandwich. We just had the porchetta, which is awesome with the mozzarella cheese fried on top. Oh, what a flavor.
Great
Spicy
stuff,
Jax
great
had the
stuff.
kids burger, right? Spicy Jax? What do you think of the burger? It's good?
Good burger,
Yeah.
good stuff. We like that.
Awesome. First, the reason why we originally came out here, Ted, is to thank you. We did our Kids Q competition, just wrapped up last week. Had a good number of entries from Canada and the UK, but you were nice enough to help out and donate some of the prizes for the kids. So just want to let everybody know, thank you to Ted for helping with that. It was a quick a message, and I think within a couple hours you guys responded back to say, yeah, I'm a go, come pick up the stuff. So we appreciate it. The kids appreciate it. So thanks so much.
My pleasure to help out. It's always good to see kids get out in the backyard and get cooking.
Yeah.
Mine don't. They don't. They look at me and my son's like, why? I've got you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's true. You do have me. So my boy is an amazing connoisseur of fine food.
Yeah.
And all kinds of food. The same with my daughter. We love food. There's
Yeah.
nothing we don't want to try or eat.
Yeah.
And because the world is full of flavor. And you want to taste it from all over the parts. It's great that way.
Indeed, absolutely. And I know that's something when, we do sometimes review some Filipino snacks and different kinds of things. I'm always very careful with Jax to say, we don't want to call it a weird food because in another country this may not be weird. It's more of a unique thing, right?
That's right.
Because it's weird to our culture. It may be something completely normal in a different culture. And I found, going around the globe, like being in a multicultural Toronto where you can go around and try different things, there's different flavors in different countries. But until you explore them, as a kid especially, until you try it, my motto with him is until you try it, you can't say if you like it or you don't.
No,
right? So,
you got to eat it. You got to eat it. So, and that's what we're going to do today. And I know that Jax, we were talking a little bit before, he was getting a little nervous because of, I told him he had to eat this ghost pepper,
yeah.
the raw ghost pepper. But your name is Spicy Jax, so I figured we should do a hot sauce tasting today.
Yeah.
And so I've got 3 sauces for you to try on the table.
Awesome.
There is our Swingers hot sauce, which we make in-house, and it's a blend of a couple of different types of hot sauces and a few other weird things that I add into it. And that one would be on a scale of 1 to 10 on a heat level. I would call it a 4. He might call it a 6.
Yep.
Or an 8. Then this one is something that we made a small batch of, and this is our fire roasted ghost pepper barbecue sauce. So it's smoking hot. It's got a big heat to it with some sweetness in the back end. We add a little bit of beer in there, and that boils off, so there's no alcohol. And so it's the next level of heat. And then the third one, this big jar right here, this is our fire roasted tomato and ghost pepper tomato sauce.
Nice.
And great on pasta, great as a salsa on its own. So you've got you and Jax can taste over there, and I'll taste here. And we'll start at the mild one. You've got water and ginger ale if you'd like. But really it's just
this one here, dude. There you go.
these little tasting spoons.
There you go.
It's always good to do a full spoon, but you might want to go with a quarter level.
Sorry.
But you're full enough.
I'm good.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Good experience, Jax.
Got a little bit of, it's not super hot.
Yeah.
It's got a little bite on the back end. Okay, now we move up.
That's a perfect wing sauce. I think.
That's just
Really
our
nice.
wing
It's
sauce.
like it's like an elevated Frank's kind of
That's
thing.
it.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, but you know, Frank, he's not here.
No,
This is the joint. This is the joint.
absolutely.
And so,
Frank, I think, is maybe on the fourth hole, so he can't be with us today. So yeah, Ted, while you're doing that there, I know you're. Where do you draw your inspiration from? Like, I know all your background. People can go on Wikipedia and find out all about your background. A lot of people, most people in Canada know, about you and that type of thing. But your inspiration, because I see a lot of like very eclectic or unique, as I would put it, different dishes and stuff that you like from maybe the pork snout to you got. I saw the moose heart that you got the other day in your freezer. Where do you draw your inspiration? For these dishes?
I love food, man, and I get it from 1,000,001 sources. I get it from talking to people. I go and I look at stuff on Instagram, or I read a cookbook or a magazine. I watch a show. I watch what the grocery industry does, the food service industry is doing, and I just I love it. So I never want it to be the same.
Yeah.
I believe that food should be different every day.
Yeah.
You can have a grilled cheese sandwich, but you could have 7 different grilled cheese sandwiches that week. Because why should it always be the same?
Right.
We should have a little more flexibility and expose our palates to different taste sensations so that you appreciate the foods of the world.
Yeah.
And you learn about different things. So number 2, let's try. So and the other what gives me the inspiration is a little bit of beer and bourbon.
That never
But
hurt
mostly
anybody.
it's just the food.
That's where a lot of my inspiration comes from too, just in life, beer and bourbon.
So this one's a little hotter.
Okay.
And this is our ghost pepper, fire roasted ghost pepper hot barbecue sauce.
Okay. Sure.
It was initially to be called WTF sauce. We all know what that means.
Yeah.
And but I didn't think it was hot enough.
Yeah.
So it's just and it's got a bite.
The
but it's
ghost
just nice.
comes on the back end always. Usually with the ghost pepper, you get the heat more on the back end.
You're feeling it, right?
You all right? How you feel about that? Sorry, don't worry. The burn will only last an hour or two.
You'll be fine by the time you get back to the core of the city of Toronto. That's it, right? It
Oh,
won't
really
take
nice
long.
flavor. Really nice. The smoky flavor. It's the fire roasted pepper.
Yeah.
That's it, right? Yeah, you can taste the smoky unit. Definitely the back end, like a typical kind of ghost pepper. Yeah, really nice. Really nice.
This one
Okay.
is our
You still hanging in there?
from the third one.
You good?
Yeah, you're learning that you're earning that name, Spicy Jax. You'll survive.
There you go. All right, we got smoking your eyes.
Yeah.
You're all right.
You'll be fine.
You're good.
Now the
Ready?
next one, I would suggest that Jax, you do that much.
Just a little food.
Okay? Just a little on the tip of the
Yeah.
spoon.
And don't worry, you're not going to eat the ghost pepper. Okay, you're okay.
Darn tootin', he's eating the ghost pepper.
Or maybe you are. It's not my joint. So.
There you go. Cheers.
Cheers. Ready, bud?
So when we made this sauce, the heat's going to come in right at the very back end for him, in the back of his mouth. And it'll go down his throat, and he'll get that.
What do you think about that?
It's hot,
It's not
eh?
so hot, right? What do you think?
Yeah, it's growing.
Yeah, it gets a little heat.
You get the acid from the tomato. Like here, I see sweat coming up on your upper lip, right?
I sweat at the crack of the whip.
And then,
though.
so
Yeah.
and that's our pasta sauce.
It's okay if it's hot for you. You can still like it. Sorry.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it's
No, it's really
for
nice.
me, and with my kids, I always like to train them in heat
Yeah.
because you never know when, let's say, you go to India
Yeah.
and it's going to be spicy,
Yeah.
and it's not going to be spicy like you get here.
Yeah. No.
So you better get used to that dynamic so it brings you in because you should see the world and taste the world and have some fun and watch your young ones' heads blow off.
Yeah, it's good for them though. It's a little bit of conditioning. I find with my wife a lot of times we go say to an Indian takeout place or something, and then she'll say, "Oh, can you make my chicken biryani? But I want it mild."
Yeah.
So, but everyone's version of mild and hot is completely different. So they make it mild, but then she'll say, oh, it's still spicy.
Yeah.
But an Indian person working in a takeout is going to have a different variation of hot and
So
mild.
Carol's not into coming in and trying the ghost pepper, blowing her head off? No? No? A little bit of...
My couch isn't that comfortable.
Well, let's just pop over here.
So Jackson was a little excited when we were looking through your pictures as well, that your picture with Kiss there. So Spicy Jax is a big Kiss fan, right?
Okay.
He's a big Kiss fan, so we went to the concert back in March when they came to end of the road tour.
Right.
Me and my wife and Carol and my dad as well to watch them, and it's very excited. So.
Yeah, we were at that. We went to the one last year in August, and a friend of mine is the road manager for Kiss.
Okay.
And so we were backstage, and they came out to do their meet and greet, and so we made our way in and had a good time.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a big thrill. That was only the second time I'd seen them.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of fun to meet the band.
Yeah, absolutely. My parents actually took me to Maple Leaf Gardens to see Kiss because I was a big fan when I was 8.
Right
so
on.
I saw the Maple Leaf Gardens in 1983, and then he became a fan of Kiss. So he went when he was 5, I guess, around 4 or 5. I went to the show as well. So it was a good time. So is your taste in music as eclectic as your food, or?
Yeah, I like all kinds of music.
Yeah.
I'm a classic rock guy,
Yeah.
but I love Canadian rock as well. I like country.
Yeah.
I like rock and roll and Johnny Cash. I'm
There you
old
go.
school. And I'm beer and barbecue and whiskey and I'm about having fun.
Yeah.
And my entire career has always been about having fun.
Yep.
So we'll do these ones up.
Awesome.
These ones, Jack, we're going to take this one, the number 2.
Okay.
Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27 drops. All right? Then we're going to take a little, no, this is going to cut it. We're going to take a little bit of maple syrup. Okay? A little bit of maple syrup like that. Nose running too?
That's when you know it's good.
That's when you know
When
it's
you get
good.
the sweats
Okay,
and the nose
so you
starts
got,
to run.
now we got some fresh rosemary.
Oh, nice.
Okay. A little fresh rosemary. Pinch of salt and pepper. There's a wing for you. Dive on in. They're going to be hot. They just came off the grill. And then I'll put these ones.
Yeah. Let's take the way you can put on the chopping board here. Yeah, it's nice to be out here and to meet you, Ted. And we especially with the hot sauces, as you know, we do the hot sauce reviews and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to try new spices and new flavors and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I think it's awesome what you're doing. Getting kids queuing in the backyard, having some fun. A little bit of social distancing, but barbecue and a little competition is always healthy.
Yeah.
And get out there and cook.
Yeah.
How did he do in the last one?
So he didn't came in. There was under 7, but there was a cool one with the. Trying to think who won the under 7. It was like almost like a butterfly,
Right.
hot dog kind of butterfly thing, a zombie butterfly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really cool idea. I caught on to the idea. It's actually not my idea. It was done in the UK.
Right.
So they started over there, UK and Ireland, with their competition. I saw it on Instagram, so I kind of reached out to the people. I thought with COVID going on, it'd be nice to, there's not a lot of activities going on for the kids, right? So a little something to get them interested and doing some stuff there. So you can have a wing, dude.
My video takes off like 36 minutes.
No, it's okay. I cleared the space. You're all right. You're all right.
There you go.
Thanks for the heads up.
Having a wing.
So we don't-
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
It's always been fun. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Kids, get out there and cook. Queuing is a good thing. Cheers. Ted Grills, tedreader.com. The Joint Barbecue. Love you.
Absolutely. Then let's talk about what kind of setup do you running here. I know you have numerous kits and stuff like that. Just for the barbecue aficionados, what you kind of run here at the Joint.
Well, this is my rig, and the rig is labeled number 57, but it's actually number 52, which meant it was the 52nd grill that I ever owned. And it starts out with a 10-foot barrel, comes out of Houston, Texas, and it's fired on hardwood on the one end, and the chimney and the damper control. We do our briskets, our chicken, our ribs, our porchetta, all in that barrel. Then up here we have 2 Weber Summit Series charcoal kettles, and in here we got our brisket going on today.
Can
you see him there?
Because that's a money shot right there.
Yeah, it's a thing of beauty.
Look at that. Oh, the smell coming off of that, man. Oh. Jeez.
And then here is, I had in my backyard, I had an old Grillworks grill out of Michigan. And I talked to a buddy of mine, and we inserted it onto the rig. We put this log burner on the back. We can fill about 30, 40 logs back there.
Yep.
And then we ignite that, and it creates our own charcoal that comes out in front here. And then it's a Santa Maria grill, so we can raise and lower it and cook steaks on it and have some fun. So this is the main rig, and then we've got other smokers that we use for different things. And then my backyard, I've got about, I don't know, 75, 80.
Yeah. Which I won't ask you to choose which one you like best, because it'd probably be like choosing your favorite son or daughter, right? So,
well, I have one son and I have one daughter, so they're both my favorites. But if I had to look at all of my grills and my smokers, I love them all.
Yeah.
There's 2 or 3 in there that, and I won't mention names to who they are, but they're obscure and they're fun and they're challenging. And for me, it's about having. I like hardwood. I'm old school.
Yeah.
I use a single pair of tongs. I have a regular thermometer.
Yeah.
It's a digital, but it's not a wire, and it's Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all that crap. I don't do that. I'm old school. I light a fire and I cook, and if I don't have tongs, I use my hands. And I want to make flavor, and so 95% of what I cook on is on hardwood and charcoal.
Yeah.
I do like a good gas grill because it's convenient, and so I cook on anything. I'm open to every kind of grill or smoker. If it gets you in your backyard and cooking, it's a perfect grill. It doesn't matter the size, the expense.
Right.
It matters what you cook and how you cook it, and feeding your friends and your family.
Yeah.
And at a time of a pandemic, cooking is one of the only hobbies that we really get to have a lot of fun with, and that every day gives you a great result.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, nowadays it's so much easier to get the kids involved. I mean, when we were growing up as well, the Food Network kind of thing was just sort of starting up.
You're a lot younger than me.
Yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah, but
so it's.
Did you Walk with Yan then, was it, at that time?
Walk with Yan and Stephen Yan. And I
Stephen
grew up on Graham Kerr and the Galloping Gourmet and Julia Childs.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the American chefs. But for Canada, it was Stephen Yan and it was Pasquale.
Pasquale, absolutely.
But, for me, it was always about the chefs.
Yeah.
I had this thing about the chefs and the kitchen, and I love it. I love being in there. I love cooking. I don't like to be complacent.
Yeah.
My guys hate me for the fact that the menu changes at a whim. I hate that menu item. It's gone.
Yeah.
This is the new one.
Yeah.
And I believe we should be changing and moving and modifying and not being complacent, because there's no time for complacency right now.
Yeah.
We need
I
to.
think that's how you
move.
get better, whether it be cooking or anything, right? If you get comfortable, you see a lot of the pit masters, say the U.S. pit masters especially, or a lot of the competition guys, they get set in there. I do brisket, I do ribs, I do this and I do that. Whereas when I see you or I see say Bella out in Alberta doing some crazy stuff, or Chef Bender here doing some different stuff, to push your boundaries, right? Is to kind of how you get better
every day,
and how to get better, right? So
and it's I'm never happy.
Yeah.
It is the easiest way to put it. There's always another meal. There's always a better meal. There's always a better way to cook it.
Yeah.
There's always something to learn. And you can't stop in this barbecue game. You can't stop learning, because, like here, I'm in a wind tunnel.
Yeah.
And so every day, Chef Bender and myself, we got to deal with the wind and the heat, and it changes the way your barrels smoke. It changes the way all your pits smoke.
Yeah.
So you have to adapt every day. It's not a set it forget it kind of an operation.
Right,
Our burgers are cooked on charcoal. Everything out here is charcoal and hardwood.
Yeah, and you can get it in the flavor. We've only tried the one menu item here today, the porchetta, and even as I took a bite, it was kids burger. I mean, for a kids burger, you still get the the little bit of crust on the outside of the patty. You can get everything's done right. So if you're within, this is 45 minutes from Toronto, but I'd say within 2 hours away, if you want a sandwich, a porchetta sandwich about the size of my leg, which is a big leg, come down here at the Joint, which is Eldorado Golf Course here in Whitby. You won't be disappointed. And not a better site you get. You should charge an extra $5 for the smell here.
For the view and the smell, And I don't know where my chickens are today. They're not out here having a good time with us normally, so we've got a break from them. But thanks for having me on.
Likewise.
Get out there, kids, and cook. Have a good time. Love to everybody. Be safe, man. Be safe. That's all we can do.
The time, and Ted, thanks very much for having us here. It's been an absolute pleasure, to see everything you cook on here. And like I say, if you're in the area, come down. I don't know how much longer right now for golf, but still this weekend the golf to play. Held it on a golf course, the joint. So Ted, thanks so much. Jax, you want to say thanks to Ted there?
Thanks, Jax.
We had a great time.
Hope I didn't blow your head off.
Nah, he's okay. I think you look like you're recovering. Are you good now?
Yeah. I thought you were going to eat
The pepper?
Yeah, you ready?
You ready?
You ready? Come on, everybody get their ghost pepper. Come on, Jax. Grab your pepper.
Here, come over.
Jax exits stage
This
left.
one?
Come on,
Okay,
just
don't
bite
worry,
the...
Come over. Go
Just
over
bite
here.
the end off it, man.
Here.
Come on.
Okay, then just come over with me. You don't have to.
Not a little one. Little bite at a time.
Just take a tiny.
All you gotta do.
Okay, then come over. You don't have to. Come over.
Crazy kid.
Ah.
Crazy kid won't eat the ghost pepper.
Anyway.
What kind of insanity is it, man?
Well, you're not going to eat it. It's okay. I'm not sure if he's the crazy one or we're the crazy ones, but I've been called worse. I always say the hard part is going crazy. Once you're there, it's all fun. Right?
That's it.
So anyway,
It's
I'm
good to be crazy.
not going to keep much more of your time. Ted, again, thanks so much for having us. It's been an absolute pleasure. And like I say, the wings are awesome. Check it out. You'll see the post of this. You'll be able to find the joint and directions out here in Brooklyn or Whitby. And come check it out. Again, thanks so much, Ted. Thanks for donating to Kids Q. And until next time,
Stay spicy.
have a great day.
Cheers.